Greetings everyone and welcome back. 24 days have passed. It is now Christmas Eve and we finished our full Advent calendar statue. You guys stuck with me through that journey. I showed you guys exactly what we were going to unbox, but I didn't show you what it actually looked like. So we did order the Numskull Sonic, well I should say it's not really Sonic, it's Tails Advent calendar. We put it together as you guys saw just now. 24 days passed and we did time lapse of all opening our pieces, putting the statue together, and now I can show you guys exactly what that statue looks like. We're going to do a quick little review and I'm going to give you guys my thought of it. Is it good? It could have changed. What could they have done better? That will all happen. And I'm just going to show you guys exactly how the packaging came. So, as you can see right there, these guys open up and you would find the days and open a new piece and put your statue together, which is pretty cool. The thing I like about these statues from Numskull and Sonic the Hedgehog is that you're able to not only put it together counting down days until Christmas, but it is finished on Christmas Eve. So if you're going to give it to someone as a gift on Christmas, then it is put together, it is ready to go. But let's talk about the figure itself. So previously on the other year, we got our first Numskull Advent calendar statue, and it was of Sonic the Hedgehog, as you can see right here. Just a very basic put together of him. You can tell there's not very many moving pieces. It's more of a small starting off point. You can tell that they were taking their chance, seeing how it would work, and we got our small Sonic the Hedgehog statue. And of course, it is probably one of my favorite statues, just because, you know, you got Sonic on his snowboard in the ice setting, and it's such a cool, awesome sculpture that it made me want this one even more, because it has a certain character, as you guys know I'm a huge fan of. But this one was definitely a lot of fun to put together the last year, and I really wanted to try this one out. But I'm going to show you guys the difference of our first model figure that they brought out and the one that we just done now. So you guys know not only that I'm a huge Sonic the Hedgehog fan, that's pretty obvious, but I'm a huge fan of Miles Tails Prowler, and this is his finished sculpture. Hopefully the camera stabilizes and you guys get a good shot. So this is his full statue. Now, as you can see, it is definitely a more grander scale than our Sonic the Hedgehog one. There's more pieces, there's more like action going on. Definitely a very, very huge step up from the previous statue of Sonic from the year before. Though, that does bring us to what causes the issues with this certain Advent calendar statue. So, as you know, every day you open up a new piece, you put it together, and you create your sculpture. The only trouble is that with this sculpture, I found, compared to the first one, that some of the pieces they're stable, they are there, but you can tell that the mold wasn't properly done in certain areas, and about that is this right here. So all these pieces are supposed to stay stationary, they're not supposed to move, you're not supposed to be able to shake or take them off unless adding some force to it. And as you can see right here, this one piece, even though you do have the area to connect it, so you have the two holes where it is supposed to go in and stay stuck there, it doesn't. This could be just my mold, of course. Not everyone is going to have the exact same issues as me, but just as my issue. So this one piece that should be stationary and not be able to move is very, very movable. As you can see, I can just pop that thing right off. So my idea of this is that they should have done it a little bit differently, or make the holes a little bit tighter on the actual base so that this would stick in, so you had to put some force into it so it didn't come off. And over here on the back, the pillars that hold your emeralds are very, very loose. And of course down here as well on the base, we have a very more loose fitting as well, so it's easy to pop off, and it is very, very wobbly on certain pieces. So my one thing with this sculpture, at least for me personally, is that I'm gonna actually put a little bit of crazy glue to hold it together, because I'm not going to be taking this apart. This is going to be staying as it is, but I think it needs to have a little bit of glue to keep it from shaking, keep it from rattling. Yes, this is going to be on my shelf on display, but I feel like if I'm going to pick it up, it's going to fall in pieces. I don't want that to happen. I want to be able to pick it up and show people. And as you can see, taking those two objects away, the rest of the sculpture itself is perfectly fine. Though, like I said, there are pieces where it looks like they could have done a little bit better on the fit, but at least it is intact, it's together, you're not fighting it. But it is really, really awesome that they took a bigger chance in this second Advent statue. But I'm hoping that if they release one next year, hopefully Knuckles, knock on wood, is definitely better built, better in design. Maybe keep the same aspect of going bigger and better, but making sure that all pieces are actually more stable, more put together kind of thing, where it doesn't need to have like a little bit of glue or have to really try and force it in a way to make it sure that it stays in place. The other thing that I noticed too about this one compared to the one from the previous year is that there was a lot more of paint defects, and the one was with Tails' nose, it was actually not all black, it had a white spot. Because it comes in the pieces come in a plastic bag when you open up the box, and it looked like it had been I don't know, maybe gathered some kind of moisture that stayed stuck to the plastic, because the plastic has the black on it. I think that if they're gonna do this type of thing, have it like the first one where it doesn't have any plastic. The first one came in a big box as well, but each piece you would open and you would just pull it out. There was no plastic to it, there was no defects to the paint. I think that was one of the issues with this one, so I'm hoping that Numskull in their next setup fix that issue. But you know, overall, I am really, really happy with the sculpture. Like I said, now that I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this to hold it together, so I don't have to worry about pieces flying off when I show some people. But I'm very, very happy with it. Like I said, Tails is my boy, as you guys can see right here. I do have all of them, but he's my boy. So I'm very, very happy that I got this that I ordered this off of their website, which you guys can still probably order. And I'm so happy that I have put it together. The 24 days, it just makes counting down to Christmas so much more magical. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave you guys with this awesome video of a 360 around this amazing sculpture. But I want to thank you guys so much for joining me here, and I want to thank you so much for making this year so much more amazing than it used to be here on iDanny. And I hope you guys stick around for next year when we do a lot more unboxing videos, more video stuff in general. But that's it from me now, guys. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all of you, and if I don't see you, Happy New Year. Danny out.